We are getting sidetracked.
Mercy is openly weeping.
Oh no! It's okay. No, nobody is going to shoot your kids.
Well, yeah, because it'll bounce right off. Like, then you'll have to explain.
Mercy is inconsolable.
Faria and Mercy, for the first, 20 minutes of the boat trip, Mercy, you don't even notice that you're over water because you guys are just muttering to each other, patting each other at the back, and occasionally you feel the pierce of an accusatory glance at you in the front of the boat, and eventually they chill out and come over and are like, right, yes, saving the island, etc. Sorry, got a little caught up in the last conversation, and they become present and join you. So, you return to the island.
Yeah, I think going back to the meteor itself is probably the thing to do, right? That's all I can think of.
It feels like the most accurate, next step. I don't know where. I mean, I guess we could go back into the what was it, the ravine or whatever, and try to get lower from there, because there were some holes that went further down.
We could also just leave it, more or less anywhere on the island, right? If this is what it's attracting them, the only thing that matters is that it's not on the 9 shrines.
That's true.
Yeah, so long as it isn't our problem, it isn't our problem.
Right.
I would love to have fast travel spaghetti, but...
Yeah. What if we left it at Krug's house as a tombstone?
I guess maybe. So here's my other concern. If we just drop this rock off, now that they know how to get to the island, they might sense the other rocks.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. We don't know that they'll be satisfied without the whole thing.
Right.
Because now they know where it's been going.
I think we need to get to the bottom of this, and not by jumping into it, but by figuring out what they are and maybe how to kill them.
But how can we do that without jumping into them?
I don't know any other way,
That's
Gregor.
literally all I can think of.
It's all we have.
It's gonna be so cool, though.
Guys,
Again.
really, that's it? That's it? We could think of poisons. We could think of,
Bombs.
Bombs. We could think of, I'm genuinely out of ideas. I am an alchemist. Those are the 2 things I do.
We can dig.
I do chimeras.
Oh, do you think that would help in this instance?
No, I'd probably die in there too.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
We could dig. Make a chimera that digs.
Where are we digging?
To the thing.
Yeah, maybe that does make sense.
You look down into the ravine up ahead. If you make it across to the other side, you'll reach the meteor. If you go down, you will go down into the area that you were exploring earlier. What direction do you go?
Also, out of curiosity, is this a different material, like a metal?
It is, yes.
What in the world?
That catches Mercy's attention. Well, I can't believe I didn't notice this before.
Good
What
catch.
is this?
What the fuck?
You sort of run your hand up and down, and you notice it's almost like finely filed down material. It's almost like it's borderline powdered, and you're like, what the hell? And you run your finger along it, and then you see there is actually a lot of almost gold glittering dust in this. And you compare it to the powder that you just carved off the meteor, and you're able to actually relatively quickly surmise the meteor likely impacted this island and sent off small shards of itself all across its surface. This is likely where a big rock once rested, and these are basically the remains of it.
The remains of it.
Yeah, it looks like it. Somehow they ground it down and filtered out everything they didn't want to eat.
Oh, they're
transported
sucker
it
fish.
elsewhere.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, we're still calling them the esophagize, but
Definitely esophagize, yeah.
They're esophagize, but they are like suckerfish, yeah.
But wait, the question is, why would it filter here?
Well,
Because we've seen every time they consume it, it goes into what is essentially the abyss. Why is it here?
It was too big for them to swallow whole, so they just licked it until nothing was left.
Oh no, it is like licking. It's like a cat with a raspy tongue.
It's like when you eat a lollipop and it turns your tongue blue.
Yeah. The lollipop is too big to put in your mouth.
Yeah, so
Like a jawbreaker.
and so you and all of your friends just come over and lick it into a blood. This is weird.
Is that a common experience?
No.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's
Oh,
uncommon.
you just said that like that's something that happens. All the time.
It's because it's running through my mind now, and I'm trying to decide if I'm like nothing. Never mind. No.
Are you
Yeah,
looking
no.
for friends to
I'm trying to decide,
Harlock.
Harlock. I'm trying to decide.
Inien, if you need
Yeah?
help with something like this, like, you know, you can come to me.
She puts her head in her hands. I'm somehow actually embarrassed.
She walks up to her and puts her hand on your shoulder and says, "You have my tongue."
Also, my tongue.
Allow me to watch.
Mercy like stands up and kind of dusts herself off. I'm of the personal belief that we should go into the ravine and try to find a way to go deeper, because we found that very large one as well.
That's true.
Yeah. I want to know what this leads to without jumping into it.
Right.
Yeah.
Was the large one underneath where the meteor would have been in the map?
Kyl'il nods. She's like, yes. Functionally speaking, we do know the large one's location now.
What happens if we dug up?
From where the large one is?
What if we made a hole to the meteor where the large one is?
And
Maybe he
drop
could
it?
eat it.
It would fall in.
Wouldn't we have to stand on the big dude to do that?
And
Yeah.
if we're above it.
Yeah, build some scaffolding. Come on, use your imagination.
I mean, why don't
you're
we just go to the meteor and then just
Dig down?
dig under it? Like, if you dig around it enough, it'll weaken the surface enough that it'll just...
Do we
Right.
want to feed
Wait.
the meteor to this?
That's the thing. We don't really know.
We could dig near the meteor and get to the thing, maybe.
Okay. That's a thought. Yeah, but because I like I said earlier, I have some pretty big reservations about just feeding this thing the meteor. We have no
Why does
idea
it
what
want
that's
to
going
eat
to
it
do.
anyway? Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, that's the problem. We don't know. So, okay, how's this for a plan? Let's go in the hole ahead of us, try to descend as far as we can to track down the origin point of this.
Okay.
Once we have solidified what it is, if we cannot find a means to kill it efficiently or negotiate to find peaceful terms, we head on back up, we find a way to drop the meteor on top. If that doesn't work, then blow up island.
Yeah.
And then pretend that this never happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Is that agreeable?
I don't know if it's the best plan, but I can't think of a better one, so sure.
You know us. We're going to talk for a while about a plan, and then we're not going to do it at all. And it kind of works
absolutely
out.
not. Yes.
Yeah, no.
Wow, yeah, you really got our MO pretty quick, huh?
I'm having so much fun, except for the fact that my family is in grave peril and it's hurting me physically.
Okay. Well, hey, we might actually have already lured them away from the island, and
Kyl'il raises his hand and is like, I can confirm that, actually. When we left the island with Large Rock, they all did depart back into the sea.
What if
Okay.
we take the big meteor and push it into the ocean?
ooh,
Then we've got the island to ourselves.
and they're all
Huh.
stuck in the ocean.
But then if we need more meteor for Kyl'il's eyes...
Yes, also, why do you want the island so bad?
Yeah, Mayor
why not?
Gregor.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Man's desire to conquer.
You want to blow it up?
But
Yeah.
then no one gets it. It's not like what we... It's...
Is that better?
No, you guys are both bad.
No.
Okay, enlightened Harlock, tell us the morally correct choice here.
Yeah, wait a minute. What? What?
Yeah,
You
no,
agreed
please.
to blow it up.
Fill us in.
The morally correct choice is to feed the hole so that it can grow. Everyone deserves a full belly.
That's it. We're going in the hole and probably killing it. We're gonna
yeah,
kill
okay,
it.
we'll
We're
go
going
in
in
the
the
hole.
hole. We're killing it. I hate
Also,
this.
Gregor, I like your push it in the ocean idea, but what if that like big gargantuan esophagi is large enough to literally drink the ocean?
I didn't think of that.
Inien
Yeah, scary
actually
fucking
stops and is like, wait a second. Marcus, you're brilliant.
Thank you, but what?
The large esophagi that we encountered, it was moving super slowly. What if they're literally like, okay, so it seems like it originates from this cave, right? By the way, Slowfall jumps into the hole, and then casts it on all of you before you.
I was genuinely just have Mercy just drop like a fucking rock and just
Oh,
slam
wow.
to the earth.
You land down and Mercy, you make it to the bottom of the cliff first. Everyone else slowly floats as Inien, like, slow falls, continuing the conversation. Based on the fact that we know it originates from deep within the earth, and they move significantly faster when there's closer. Oh, their little neck things are less long, so it takes less effort to relocate them. That makes sense.
Oh.
What if it was making a super, super big one to try to actually eat the meteor, and it was just growing it down there?
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't quite there yet, but...
Wait, so what you're saying is that Gregor is the genius, because what we need to do is move the meteor.
Or kill this thing.
Those are both my ideas.
According to Harlock, that would be morally repugnant.
I mean, I don't care about being morally repugnant.
I also think that Harlock might be wrong in this case.
Haven't been wrong yet.
Freya slowly floats down. Caught. No, Gregor hasn't been wrong yet. Gestures over to him.
Also, you're an alchemist, not a moral philosopher.
I know. I hate morals.
You could be both.
Well, but she's
Like,
not.
Admittedly, alchemy does frequently require you to walk a very thin moral tightrope, so we are uniquely aware of morality. It's like Harlock said, we choose to ignore it sometimes.
Like with homunculus?
What's wrong with homunculus?
Nothing.
Nobody's bringing up the fact that you have an army of imp slaves.
They're not an army and they're not slaves. How dare you?
How much do you pay them then, Marcus?
They don't. I mean, I pay them with my time and love. That's all they ask for.
You guys wait. You guys don't tip the imps?
Well, oh yeah, no, and of course, obviously they get tips too.
Yeah, every time an imp shows up, they ask me for a tip. I'm basically broke because of this.
I mean, it's only polite to give them whatever spare change you have lying around.
They just pat their little hands and they scream at me until I give them money.
Oh, Inien.
Yeah.
I should have told you. So imps don't actually really have any use for our money, so you can pretty much just give them anything. It doesn't have to be money.
You're not helping your case.
They use the barter system, Harlock.
So you're just going to give it garbage?
Just tip them with anything. They'll find a use for it. I mean, obviously, if you have a cool little trinket around, they'll probably like that most, but...
Okay, I just realized that I've been robbed by imps this entire time.
No, you weren't robbed. You were just dumb and you gave it away. Or if it makes you feel any better, it's probably in a pit back in their den, so I can look for it if you want.
Thank you.
You can rob them back.
You know, Faria, you've been walking for a while. Let me carry you. And just like Princess carries Faria.
This is the best, actually. Adventures, pretty good.
I want what they have.
I jump in Harlock's arms.
Inien stances up in front of Marcus, trying to decide who's going to carry who.
This isn't going to work in either direction. Let's be real.
Walks over, picks Marcus up.
Oh my god.
Just starts walking.
This is wonderful.
Oh, actually, I have an idea. Faria, if you don't mind. Inien, I don't want you to feel left out. Just scoops around.
I didn't know that was an option.
Wow.
Inien has the smuggest look on her face as she passes by you guys.
Am I not enough for you?
Thank you, Kyl'il. I feel so
great,
safe.
Gregor.
Yay!
See, Faria, we should do this kind of thing more often. This is like a really fun little date for us. We haven't gone on one of these in a while.
I will admit, I was not having very much fun with the adventure at first. I was regretting the whole, my feet hurt, blah, 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 coming out with you guys. So much talking about not only our kids, but also this moral stuff's hard. And now, everything's great, actually. This is great.
I'm enjoying this, yeah.
Are you having fun too? Inien looks over.
Are you getting tired, Kyl'il? I can get down.
Inien is perched like a cat. Kyl'il's like, no, I will be fine.
Just to be clear, Mercy, you're carrying two people and the rock right now?
Yes.
I'm the best at everything all of the time.
That's 3 people.
Inien is perched on top of the rock and is like, I will go down to the ship with the ship if we're devoured.
Oh, well, that's not necessary. Actually,
yeah, I mean, you really don't have to, though.
I just realized, I know this has been very fun, and honestly, it's making me feel really good about myself, but I need to set you both down because we are encountering those esophagi again, and they are much faster down here, and I'm already carrying Big Rock. I don't think it's a great idea for me to be maneuvering with 2 more people. I'm very sorry.
And actually, so first off, if I remember correctly, they have a harder time going up, up in altitude. Is that correct?
Correct.
So we should keep that in mind while we're down here. Also, do you think we should potentially use Big Rock as a distraction if we run into a number of them?
Yes, I would agree with that. This will be our one Hail Mary to, get out of a bad position.
Who's Mary?
Everyone, basically gets set down, and, you sort of fan out through the area. Inien working her way over to the hole. So, we're going down this guy, right?
Oh, yeah. Wow, you are so speedy.
She
yes.
scoots over.
Also, Hail Mary is the spirit of hailstorms. Nobody knows why people say her name, but it's a tradition in some places.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh, things you learn. All right. So,
Do you remember to stock back up on rope?
Grappling hook.
Yeah. Show off.